Just wait, yes. I call Kevin Haig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's a pleasure to take the first call in this committee stage on the Marriage Amendment Bill. Mr. Chair, this is, in fact, a bill with a narrow scope, and it's a bill with a pretty straightforward purpose. It's one of the shorter bills, in fact, that this House considers. But it has been, sir, a bill that has engendered some impassioned submissions, both for and against, and passionate debate in this House that has stood the House in good stead with the public. Public have appreciated the tone with which members on all sides have debated the bill. But, sir, while those submissions that have been heard against the bill and the speeches that have been made in this House against the bill have, I am sure, been sincere, they have largely been motivated by fear, sir, of concerns that are largely imaginary, and fear that has been whipped up by a campaign in the community, led particularly by a couple of individuals, on a totally false basis. And, sir, I know that in this debate this evening we are going to be considering a number of supplementary order papers to address imaginary concerns. And I don't in any way impugn the genuine nature of the members who are bringing those bills. They believe, sir, that they are bringing those bills to do something that is important. But the concerns that they are raising are either ones that have already been dealt with in the bill, or they are ones that are false concerns where there is no problem whatsoever. And, Mr. Chair, I will be taking, I expect, some further calls during the evening to address those SOPs. I want to particularly note, sir, that none of the supplementary order papers that has so far been tabled to amend the bill has come from a member of the Government Administration Select Committee. And I want to say, Mr. Chair, that I believe that is because all of those members who sat through the bulk of the submissions, and I acknowledge, sir, that Tim McIndoe did in fact participate for a meeting right towards the end. But all of those who sat through the submissions, and it was two meetings at the end. All of those who sat through the analysis of the submissions appreciate the complexity of the issues and understand why the Select Committee has made the very precise amendments to this bill that we did. And all of the matters, literally, sir, all of the matters that have been raised in the supplementary order papers so far tabled are ones that were very seriously considered by the Select Committee and were rejected, sir. I want to come to the SOPs about referendums, because there are two that we're considering tonight. An idea, sir, that was rejected in the second reading of this bill, and one, along with all of the other supplementary order papers that have been tabled to date, will be opposed by our party, and I'm sure by most members tonight. The thing about referendums is that they're good for some situations. They're great for constitutional matters, for example, but they are a terrible, terrible way of addressing matters of human rights. Human rights are by their very nature inalienable. They are not an appropriate topic for referendums. They are also, sir, not an appropriate topic for the issue of minority rights, because minority rights will, of course, be rejected by a majority. And, Mr. Chair, I take the particular case of votes for women in Switzerland. Because of the nature of referendums, the use of referendums in that country, those were only achieved in 1971.
Yes. I might call the Honourable Ruth Dyson.